Hello, everyone. This week we'll be reading Parashat Naso. The candle lighting for this week will be 8:05. Sunset is 8:23. Shabbat day, the sunrise, Netzach Hama, will be at 5:25. Those who daven Netz, they could daven 5:25 after Shmona Yisrael by 5:25. We should try to say Shema Yisrael. The early time would be at 8:33. According to Gaon Mevilna, the second time is 9:09. So the second time to say Shema Yisrael is 9:09. The earliest mincha that we could daven is at 1:32. Sunset will be at 8:24. So therefore, we should start eating Suda Shlishit before sunset, before 8:24. Shabbat will be over by 9:15. By 9:15, we should. Okay, so I would like to say a few words on this week's parasha. This week's parasha is the longest parasha in the Torah. Parashat Naso is considered to be one of the longest parashiot. Now, why is it longest? If you look at the end of towards the middle of the parsha, it talks about korbanot of Nesi'im, the sacrifices that the Nesi'im, Nasi of each tribe, of each shevet, brought a gift to the Mishkan, a certain korban that he brought to the Mishkan. So it mentions all 12 Nesi'im, what korbanot they brought. Now, I would like to. The reason why they brought korbanot was because they built the Mishkan, so they wanted to bring as a gift to the Mishkan. They brought a korban. Each Nasi brought a korban to the Mishkan. So there was a 12 Nisi'im. So for 12 days they brought korbanot. Now I'd like to bring a mashal. Let's imagine there's a class, and in the class, it's 6th or 7th grade, and all of them, you have, let's say, 12, 13 boys, and they're all becoming bar mitzvah this year. And so what happens is, the first boy that becomes bar mitzvah, he invites all his friends, all his classmates to the bar mitzvah. They all come and they celebrate. Now what do they serve in that bar mitzvah? So they serve fruit, cup with fruits, okay? They served quarter chicken. They served a little bit kugel on the side. So that was the main dish, okay? Now, and everyone came, they celebrate, everything was nice. Now the second boy, let's say next week, there was second boy's bar mitzvah. Now the parent is thinking, what should I do? What should I serve on my bar mitzvah? On my son's bar mitzvah. If I will serve the same as what I did before, people are going to laugh at me. Well, second week, again the quarter chicken and a fruit in the cup, and okay, I have to do something different. So instead of fruits in the cup, I'm going to use chocolate, pudding, and then for the for the main dish, I'm going to use, instead of chicken, I'm going to have special meat, okay, slices of meat cut up, roast beef, okay, and then I'll have a special dessert at the end. Okay, that's the second boy. The third boy, his mother or father, they say, listen, if I'm going to do the same thing, people are going to laugh at me. I have to do something different. The first week they did different. The first week and the second week they did something different. So I also have to do something different. So he adds into his menu. He upbrings his menu. Instead of using meat, he's using steak. Okay, and it goes on and on and on. The fourth week and the fifth, and then, so who's going to suffer at the end of the day? Miskan, the 12th boy, he's going to suffer a lot, his parents. Why? Because it will be out of their budget, and they'll have to spend so much money. Why? Just to impress people, just not to be the same. So you shouldn't be the same as others. Now, let's take that parable. Let's take this parable and apply it to our parsha. There were 12 Nisim, 12 Nasi of each tribe. They decided to bring a korban, a present to the Beit HaMikdash. No one told them what to bring. They decided to bring from the full heart. They decided to bring whatever they wanted to bring. So the first day, the first Nasi came and he brought a korban. Now, whatever he brought was, he didn't just bring one korban. There were like numerous things that he brought. The pasuk says on the second day, the pasuk doesn't say ubayom hasheni, and on the second day, the prince of this tribe brought a korban, but rather the pasuk says, bayom hasheni hikriv Natanel ben Tzuar nesi Israel hikriv et korbano, which means on the second day, Natanel ben Tzuar of the tribe of Yisachar brought his offering. Now, Natanel ben Tzuar had a dilemma. He was thinking, what should I do? Should I bring the same thing, or should I add more? So if I'm going to add more into my korban, so then the third Nasi will have to add more, and then the fourth will have to add more, and then the 12th one, the last one, he will suffer. He will financially mamash suffer. So what did he do? He thought about it, and he cared about others also. So the second one is a decision maker. He made a correct decision, and he said, I'm going to bring the same thing. If I bring the same thing, then the third Nasi will also bring the same, and the fourth, and on and on and on until the 12th one. Everyone will bring the same korban. And because of this, Hashem saw this, Hashem loved it, what the Nasi of Issachar did. And this korban was so dear to Hashem that we have a rule that when you bring a korban, when you bring a sacrifice, only if it's communal sacrifice, you could bring it on Shabbat. But if it's a private sacrifice, you cannot bring it on Shabbat. But here, in this case, since Hashem, he saw the achdut, he saw the love, the friendship of the tribes of the Nisi'im, especially the second Nasi, the Nasi they brought on the second day, Natanel ben Tzuar, Hashem even permitted to bring on that day, this was one time, Hashem permitted that a private korban was brought on the second day, on the seventh day, which was the Shabbat, on Shabbat. So the lesson that we learn from here, a person cannot be selfish. A person always have to think about others. The parties that we make, now in quarantine, it's hard for us to make parties. But as we know, the party, the weddings, it was going out of hand. It was just going on and on and on. How much food we waste, how much things that we waste, and everything goes into waste. And why do we spend so much money? Just to impress people. The lesson here is, no, you shouldn't be impressing anyone. Just do what you have to do. If the first person does what regular, then the second person does the same, and the third, and everyone does the same. The life will be good. Everyone will feel better, and everything will be nice. Have a Shabbat Shalom. Have a great Shabbat.